Good morning. We begin this morning's worship service by acknowledging that this meeting house and the city of Framingham have been built on the unceded lands of the Nipmuc, Massachusetts, Pawtucket, and Haudenosaunee tribal nations. We acknowledge the painful history of genocide and forced removal from this territory. And we aim to honor and respect the many diverse indigenous people still connected to this land. My name is Valerie Patrick, and I welcome you to this morning's service. Here at Parish in Framingham, we celebrate and welcome people of all sexual orientations, races, ages, gender identity, disabilities, and we welcome you if you are joining us in the Living House or on Zoom, or if you are watching this service recording outside of whoever you are, wherever you are in your life, you are welcome. Unitarian Universalism is a progressive inclusion guided by moral principles such as the work and dignity of all. We brought inspiration from world religions and philosophy, science, history, and the arts. Immediately following this morning's service, you are invited to join our children to visit their outdoor learning space in the forest behind the Parish. We also have our coffee hour in Scott Hall just across the courtyard. For those participating in worship online, service online, Zoom coffee hour begins at the conclusion of this service. For the safety and comfort of all, please remember to keep your mask on at all times when you are inside first Parish zone. It's not working. Okay. Try again. Any better? Working on it. Okay. All the stuff is really loud. Okay. It's just it wouldn't be First Parish if we didn't have technical difficulties. Finally, and I'm never gonna have to go loudly. This better?
How about this?
That one working?
This one works.
I will go up there. Ooh. I'm gonna go up here because we know this one's working. We're gonna try this again. Welcome again. Part 2, repeat. Good morning. We begin this morning's worship service by acknowledging that this meeting house and the city of Framingham have been built on the unceded lands of the Nipmuc, Massachusetts, Pawtucket, and Agawam tribal nations. We acknowledge the painful history of genocide and forced removal from this territory, and we aim to honor and respect the many diverse Indigenous peoples still connected to this land on which we gather. My name is Valerie Packard, and I re-welcome you to this morning's service. Here at First Parish in Framingham, we celebrate and welcome people of all sexual orientations, races, ages, gender identities, abilities, and beliefs. We welcome you if you are joining us in the meeting house or on Zoom, or if you are watching this service recording outside of Sunday morning. Whoever you are, wherever you are in your life's journey, you are welcome here. Unitarian Universalism is a progressive, inclusive faith. Guided by moral principles such as the worth and dignity of all, we draw inspiration from world religions and philosophies, science, history, and the arts. Immediately following this morning's service, you are invited to join our children to visit their outdoor learning space in the forest behind the Parish Center. It's very exciting. My kids really enjoy it. We also have our coffee hour in Scott Hall, just across from the courtyard. For those participating in worship online, Zoom coffee hour begins at the conclusion of this service. For the safety and comfort of all, please remember to keep your mask on at all times when you are inside of a First Parish building, unless you are actively eating or drinking. Please also set your phones and other devices to worship mode. Finally, one last reminder. This is a space where you all are truly welcome. We come to rest or be recharged, challenged, or affirmed. You belong here, whether it's for the next hour, the next week, or for many years to come.
Good morning. No? Yes? That was working a moment ago.
You prefer?
Hi. It doesn't like me. There we go. Okie dokie. My name is Lauren Strauss. I am the director.
That Onondaga elders teach that the address is far more than a pledge, a prayer, or a poem alone. It is both an invocation of gratitude and a lesson in native science. When Wal Kimmerer asked if it would be permissible to share the Thanksgiving address in her writing, Onondaga faithkeeper Orrin Lyons told her that these words are a gift of the Haudenosaunee to the world. He went even further, stating, "It is supposed to be shared. Otherwise, how can it work? We've been waiting 500 years for people to listen. If they'd understood the Thanksgiving then, we wouldn't be in this mess." It's in this spirit that we will bring the words to life today. I invite you to settle in and to really think about each of the natural wonders that will be represented. This is sacred time and space, and together we can worship joyfully. Lots of us gathered in the meeting house hopefully have props with us ready to participate. We'll also have some quiet music and sound interludes for brief reflection or meditation. And then, wherever you are, on Zoom or in person, we will all come together to acknowledge each natural element. We will do this by saying the same words throughout the service. Now our minds are one. And we will use this sign to prompt you when it is time to do that. We'll see if it works. But let us now begin. How do we want to do this? Does the handheld work?
Hello? Hello? Okay.
I don't think
All right.
that's. Can you hear that through the speaker?
All right, I'm going to try talking now.
Okay.
Okay. Today, we have gathered, and when we look upon the faces around us, we see that the cycles of life continue. We have been given the duty to live in balance and harmony with each other and all living things. So now, let us bring our minds together as one as we give greetings and thanks to each other as people.
We're welcome to turn and greet your neighbor. And now we say together, now our minds are one. Okay, we've got the hang of it. Our greetings help us to connect, and so does sharing among this community the joys, sorrows, and milestones we feel deepest in our hearts. So let us pause now to do just that. Remember that all are welcome to submit your joys and sorrows to be spoken aloud each week. This morning we have many. First, Heather shares a sorrow. My Uncle Bill died recently. This sorrow comes from Diane. I'm thinking of dear friends Carmen and Rob, who are learning how to live, love, and parent in the face of terminal illness. Ben shares a joy. My grandmother's Florida house survived the hurricane with just a couple damaged shingles. Jane also shares two joys. We are well and over COVID. Thank you to First Parish for your love. I was able to officiate at my grandson's wedding. Lizzie shares a joy. We got to surprise my Nana for her 80th birthday party. And Lizzie also shares a sorrow. While we are out of town, our dog Knox has escaped and he remains lost. Kathy and Jim share the joy. Our niece Hannah was married to her longtime beloved Colby last Saturday in Montana, up in the lovely mountains. And now we light one more candle and hold space here together for all the happiness and heartache that remains unspoken, yet felt deeply within us all. We are thankful to our Mother, the Earth, for she gives us everything that we need for life. She supports our feet as we walk about upon her. It gives us joy that she still continues to care for us, just as she has from the beginning of time. To our mother, we send thanksgiving, love, and respect. Lines are one. Now we give thanks to all the waters of the world. For quenching our thirst, for providing strength and nurturing life for all beings. We know its power in many forms: waterfalls and rain, mists and streams, rivers and oceans, snow and ice. We are grateful that the waters are still here and meeting their responsibility to the rest of creation. Can we agree that water is important to our lives and bring our minds together as one to send greetings and thanks to the water? We turn our thoughts to all the fish life in the water. They were instructed to cleanse and purify the water. They also give themselves to us as food. We are grateful that they continue to do their duties, and we send to the fish our greetings and our thanks. We're going to simplify here. Now we turn toward the vast fields of plant life. As far as the eye can see, the plants grow, working many wonders. They sustain many life forms. With our minds gathered together, we give thanks and look forward to seeing plant life for many generations to come. If you have plants, please raise them high. Thank you. Now our minds are one. With one mind, we honor and thank all the food plants. If you have a food, hold it up. The food plants we harvest from the garden, especially the three sisters who feed the people with such abundance. Since the beginning of time, the grains, vegetables, beans, and fruit have helped the people survive. Many other living things draw strength from them as well. We gather together in our minds all the plant foods and send them a greeting and thanks. Now we turn to the medicine herbs of the world. If you have aloe or sweet fern, yes, that's you. From the beginning, they were instructed to take away sickness. They are always waiting and ready to heal us. We are so happy that there are still among us those special few who remember how to use the plants for healing. With one mind, we send thanksgiving, love, and respect to the medicines and the keepers of the medicines. Minds are one. Are our trees ready? Standing around us, we see all the trees. The earth has many families of trees who each have their own instructions and uses. Some provide shelter and shade, other fruit and beauty, and many useful gifts. The maple, is the leader of the trees, to recognize its gift of sugar when the people need it most. Many peoples of the world recognize a tree as a symbol of peace and strength. With one mind, we greet and thank the tree life. Now we gather our minds together to send our greetings and thanks to all the beautiful animal life of the world. If you have an animal who walk about with us, they have many things to teach us as people. We are grateful that they continue to share their lives with us and hope that it will always be so. Let us put our minds together as one and send our thanks to all the animals. Okay. We put our minds together as one and thank all the birds who move and fly about over our heads. The Creator gave them the gift of beautiful songs. Each morning they greet the day and with their songs remind us to enjoy and appreciate life. The eagle was chosen to be their leader and to watch over the world. To all the birds, from the smallest to the largest, we send our joyful greetings and thanks. We are thankful for the powers we know as the four winds. We hear their voices in the moving air as they refresh us and purify the air we breathe. They help us to bring the change of seasons. From the four directions they come, bringing us messages and giving us strength. With one mind, we send our greetings and thanks to the four winds.
All right, it was working. It might be working. All right. With continued gratitude for today's invitation to the offering, I share these words from Kayla Parker. We know that our financial contributions to this congregation come from sacrifice and hard work. We are so grateful for this and commit together to ensure the funds we gather collectively do a greater good for ourselves and our world than they could have done alone. May there be an offering to sustain and grow the life and mission of this congregation. May we give in love and in hope. We now gratefully accept the offering.
We now turn to the west, where our grandfathers, the thunder beings, live. With lightning and thundering voices, they bring with them the water that renews life. We bring our minds together as one and send greetings and thanks to our grandfathers, the thunderers. We have music. Okay, we'll keep going. Yeah. It's okay. We're going to keep going. Go ahead, Susan. We now send greetings and thanks to our eldest brother, the sun. Each day without fail, he travels the sky from east to west, bringing the light of a new day. He is the source of all of the fire of life. With one mind, we send greetings and thanks to our brother, the sun. We put our minds together now and give thanks to our oldest grandmother, the moon, who lights the nighttime sky. She is the leader of women all over the world, and she governs the movement of the ocean tides. By her changing face, we measure time, and it is the moon who watches over the arrival of children here on earth. Let us gather our thanks for Grandmother Moon together in a pile, layer upon layer of gratitude, and then joyfully fling that pile of thanks high into the night sky that she will know. With one mind, we send greetings and thanks to our grandmother, the moon. And now, we give thanks to the stars who are spread across the sky like jewelry. We see them at night, helping the moon to light the darkness and bringing dew to the gardens and growing things. When we travel at night, they guide us home. With our minds gathered as one, we send our greetings and thanks to all the stars. We gather our minds to greet and thank the enlightened teachers who have come to help us through the ages. When we forget how to live in harmony, they remind us of the way we were instructed to live as people. With one mind, we send greetings and thanks to these caring teachers. And now, with continued gratitude for all our educators and volunteers, past, present, and future, we will sing our children out. We have been blessed to have them with us in worship today, but now they will prepare to host visitors in their very special gathering place. We now turn our thoughts to the Creator, or Great Spirit, and send greetings and thanks for all the gifts of creation. Everything we need to live a good life is here on Mother Earth. For all the love that is still around us, we gather our minds together as one and send our choicest words of greetings and thanks to the Creator. We'll take one moment of quiet meditation. Now our minds are one. Today's service, with its many hiccups and moving pieces, reminds us that gratitude can be, and perhaps often should be, a community endeavor. As the opening words of the Haudenosaunee Thanksgiving address remind us, we have been given the duty to live in balance and harmony with each other and with all living things. We must take this duty seriously. It's both important and difficult to focus our attention on honoring diverse Indigenous cultures while we simultaneously recognize a long and painful history of government-sponsored deceit, genocide, and cultural erasure of Native peoples. We can always do more. Our attempts to do better will always be imperfect, but still we must keep trying. Speaking and embodying these words that come before all else together today is one small step towards building deeper connection and respect for both specific Indigenous cultural traditions and the natural world itself. The children and youth of this congregation are being encouraged to engage deeply with the natural world as part of religious exploration sessions this year. Each Sunday, when we sing our children off to their classes, they actually head toward the memorial path and disappear into their sacred forest space. They are learning to bring ritual and reflection out of traditional church spaces and to find the sacred in nature as well as in each other. What a joy this is to behold. I was lucky to join them 2 weeks ago, and I encourage those of you interested in volunteering to give it a shot. Gathering in outdoor space fosters curiosity about all the creatures and beings in the forest, as well as stewardship for the land. The next generation of First Parish children are a bridge between the congregation's history and its future. We are grateful to offer this special program this year. As you may be aware, research abounds on the benefits of spending even just a few minutes in nature each day. Our heart rates fall, our minds clear, and our senses are often heightened. All this simply by stepping outside. Of course, for each of us, nature means something different. Perhaps for you it's the mountains, the ocean, a city park, a tiny backyard green space. Even just standing on the sidewalk, breathing in fresh outdoor air. Seizing our opportunities to connect with the natural world helps us to appreciate its many wonders. Gratitude often follows. Today, we've offered both individual and collective gratitude. Our refrain, "Now our minds are one," reminds us of the power in slowing down and reflecting together. As we heard in the address, Mother Earth gives us all that we need for life. That includes not just the birds and the sun and the plants, but one another. We are wired for life in community. Our children and religious education teachers would love to share with you how they're learning and worshiping. You are most welcome to explore the forest today. In the forest, we grow closer to all that connects us. May it be so, and amen. We have now arrived at the place where we end our words. Of all the things we have named, it is not our intention to leave anything out. If something was forgotten, we leave it to each individual to send such greetings and thanks in their own way. And one last time, we say these words together. Now our minds are one. As we extinguish our chalice this morning, we offer deep appreciation for the Haudenosaunee wonderful gift to the world, the worlds that come before all else. May these words and all they represent continue to be a blessing to all who encounter them. Many, many thanks to our team of volunteers, Laura, Lauren, Julie, Susan, Valerie, Andre, Anne, anyone else I forgot? And thanks to our staff team, Dean, Sarah, and Lauren, for all of their help with today's service. Our worship has ended. I will extinguish the chalice when I get down there. But our community thrives when we continue to strengthen our bonds beyond Sunday morning and take the love and gratitude that we share here out into the world. I hope you will consider strolling over down towards the memorial path and greeting everyone there. I'll be happy to assist anyone who might need a little support getting down there. take your time, and however you spend today, I hope it is joyful. Thank you.